What is going on, my stock market bulls and bears? I'm your host, Terry, and welcome to my channel, baby. Buy the dip. Guys, I must say, Genius Brands came out today with their earnings report, and after I read it, I was like, whoa, blown away. I thought the stock would go to the moon, but the stock just got beat down and disrespected. So let's get in here and just take a look at these phenomenal numbers, and we're going to go over what I did off of these numbers. You guys know I have a good bit of shares in Genius Brands. Let's cover this. Genius Brands announces 318% increase revenue for the second quarter and 280% increase in revenue for the first 6 months of 2021 over the same periods last year. A couple key notes here, guys. 138.8 million in cash equivalents, and marketable securities with zero debt. I love that. That is phenomenal. Now, here's another key part that I didn't know about, and we just learned about this today, I believe. Rob Gronkowski, that's right. The guy that was on the Patriots with Tom Brady, now he's on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady, is joining Shaq's Garage as a co-executive producer and voice of the Gronkmobile. And CEO provides letter to shareholders, a business update detailing growth across core business lines. We get out here to key highlights: 318% increase in revenue Q2 2021, 280% increase in revenue for the first 6 months ended June 30th, 2021 over the same periods last year. This number here, I don't understand it, man. It's like, if Netflix had any kind of growth like this, if Apple or anyone else, any of the big, large cap stocks would have had these phenomenal numbers, their stock would have been up 50, 60% today. Genius Brands put out this phenomenal news, and we're going to get into what happened there. They had a 932% increase in unique users on the cartoon channel. We also covered this bullet point. 138.8 million of cash equivalents, marketable securities, zero debt. Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten grows over 50 million views to date in 15 weeks since the debut. Rapid growth in viewership of Rainbow Rangers across the leading broadcast platforms worldwide, including Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Nickelodeon, and the other people there as of Wednesday, August 18th. Production has begun on Shaq's Garage, which is set to air in Q2 2022 with Rob Gronkowski as the co-executive producer and the voice of the Gronkmobile. Advertisers on a cartoon channel are now leading Fortune 500 consumer product companies, including Lego, Kellogg's, Walmart, Nintendo, Adidas, and others. That is phenomenal. Revenues for the second quarter in 2021 were approximately 2.3 million compared to approximately 561,000 for the same period last year, reflecting a year-over-year increase of 318%. Revenues for the 6 months ended June 30th, 2021 were approximately 3.4 million compared to approximately 895,000 for the same period last year, reflecting year-over-year increase of 280%. That is about as good of an earnings report that you can about ask for. Maybe we'll come back and go over the actual newsletter in a separate video. Plus, we got an interview with Andy. But in this video, I want to go over these earnings. And I wanted to go over, so what happened with the stock here today, guys? What do you think happened? Earnings came out. The stock did go up to about $1.64. We were up 6.5% on the day. And it just shot right down to $1.55. It did shoot back up to $1.62. And just throughout the day, it just kind of slowly sold off. And we ended the day at $1.53. You can see down there, I do have 1,400 shares of Genius Brands. I've been buying this since last July. I've been buying 100 here. I've been buying 100 there. And I am currently down the position just a few dollars. As you can see, on the 1,400 shares, my average cost is $1.58. I'm actually really happy with that. I'm only down 3.38% on this investment. I have no intention of getting rid of Genius Brands. If anything, I only want to keep adding. And here is the interview I wanted to cover. Exclusive Genius Brands talks growth accelerated by the Stan Lee, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Shaquille O'Neal, and Rob Gronkowski. I do want to cover that, the power hour he did on Bazinga. And I'm glad we can cover that in a separate video. But here I did buy, earlier today I bought 100 shares at $1.58. And later on I went and bought another 100 shares at $1.53. This keeps going down. I'll just keep buying 100 shares here, 100 shares there. You can see I have over, what was that, $877 buying power right now on Robinhood. So this is a stock that I feel is truly undervalued for the numbers that they put out. It's just totally sickening the way this company is getting treated with an earnings report like that. So right there goes to tell you, there's a lot going on in the world, and it's just the retail investor stocks are just not getting any love. You could put out phenomenal earnings and phenomenal information, and the stock still just tanks. That's the way it goes. It's like Genius Brand just should have put out terrible news because we could have been buying in at cheaper prices. If they didn't have this good of a report, it might have been down to $1.10, $1.05. Who knows where it could have been. But real quick, let's go in here to the premium version of the Fintel website, guys. So we got the shares outstanding of over 300 million shares. We got an ownership accumulation score of 71.21. If we scroll down here and take a look, we had a good bit of buyers today on the 16th. I'm not going to lie. Now, like I said, these are people that have disclosed their purchases. As you can see here, for example, we got the effective date June 30th. So sometime in the second quarter, April, May, or June, these companies bought these shares. That's what that means. So sometime in the second quarter, they effective date of June 30th. In the second quarter, they picked up these shares. And you can see these average prices. This company here has $1.89. This company here has $1.90. So I'm down at like $1.50. What did I say? $1.58. So I'm truly happy in my prices where I'm at now. I did see when we go over here to the actual buyers, there was a couple big ones on here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Right here was Charles Schwab. They have 704,000 shares. We got here's the one I wanted to cover. 1.2 million shares, and that's this one right here. The effective date is June 30th, which means sometimes in that second quarter, they did pick up the 1.2 million shares. So that is very interesting. So these companies that believe in it just as much as we do bought that many shares. And if we scroll down here, there's a huge one down here. State Street Corp, guys, has over, here's what I want to get into. Let's click on this. They have an average share price of $1.89. This here blows me away because check this out. State Street Corp reports a 4,169% increase in ownership of Genius Brands. Wow, an increase of over 4,000% in their shares that they own of this. So you're telling me this company really believes in Genius Brands to increase their position that much. Now here it has State Street previously announced they had 108,000 shares, the value of 210,000. Here we go. Form disclosing 4,611,242 shares Genius Brands. Total holdings of $8.485 million. Over almost $8.5 million they had, guys, total now. And they increased. They used to only have, what does it say here, 108,000 shares. And now they have over 4.6 million shares. If we go back here and look, this is what they added right here. I think it was the 4.16 million shares they added right there. Wow. Shares change, yes. 4,169,067 shares. This company truly believes in Genius Brands because they were buying back sometime in that second quarter, because we go here and look, their effective date is June the 30th. You can see they were buying shares here at $1.66. Average share price of $1.89. They did buy some back in February at $1.28. I bet they wish they would have bought more back at $1.28 than compared to these prices, but you know, it kind of is what it is, guys. Yeah. If we go here and take a quick look at the short interest, look at this number here. Short interest ratio is 10.68 days to cover. The short interest is over 46 million shares. The short interest percent afloat is 16.41. They give a short squeeze score of 53.86, so kind of right in the middle. Nothing crazy there. If we get on here to the FINRA short volume ratio for today, 816. We got 46.12. If we go over here, look at the FINRA, CBOE, and the PSX/BX combined short volume ratio of 49.51 million. These are the transactions that are reported to those, funds right here, the FINRA, CBOE, and PSX. And if we scroll down here, yeah, that was the last update. The shares standing as 300 million. Short interest of shares is 46.5 million right now. So it says float less to short interest shares, about 237 million shares that are out there on the market not being shorted right now. So a lot of information in this video, guys. Like I said, Genius Brands, I've been covering, man. This is one of the old school stocks I've been covering back with Gold Nugget. Kind of one of the newer ones now. If you don't know, if you watch the channel, I cover METATERRY, which is METAMaterials. I do think that's another great stock that's truly undervalued, just like Genius Brands. And I do think that Genius Brands and METATERRY are two stocks, you give it time, as the old Warren Buffett quote goes, the stock market is just a transfer of money from the impatient to the patient. And guess what? I am patient. I don't care if this drops down to $1, $1.10, $1.20. If it drops down to $1, I'll just be buying more. That's exactly what I'll do, guys. I'll keep buying in until I don't have no more buying power. In the meantime, if a stock shoots up, then I have buying power. That's what I did with Gold Nugget. It went from like $11, $12 up to 18 some dollars. I sold out of everything. I took all my profit. Now I've been buying in the dip of these other companies, and hopefully we get the run up here in the near future. I don't care if it takes 3 months, 6 months, a year. I'm still going to hold these shares until I get the price I wanted. I held Gold Nugget for over about 13, 14 months, and it finally got up to a price I was happy with considering the current market conditions. I didn't get exactly out of Gold Nugget what I hoped, but I ended up with a nice profit, and I could not get greedy. I had to take it. So, same thing here, guys. I think this stock, I still put that $3 to $5 price target on it here in the short term, but long term, this could get bought out by Disney. It could get bought out by Netflix or someone. I don't know. This is a strong candidate to get bought out by someone because they're building the brand and they're building everything up. So, comment down below, guys. What do you think? Share your thoughts. Do you like Genius Brands? Do you have Genius Brands? How many shares do you have? I myself would like to build up to around 2,000 shares of Genius Brands is where I'm setting at. I would like to get all these 2,000 shares under $2 preferably. So I got 600 to go. I'm just kind of buying 100 here, 100 there, letting the market kind of see what it does. I don't want to buy them all now and it goes down to $1 and I could be buying them at $1. So that's why I'm just not buying all the shares right now. I want to see how this market does and try to price my way in every week or so. But I did buy today because the earnings was just so phenomenal. I wanted to go ahead and buy them up. So that's why I bought 200 shares today. But anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash a thumbs up. Check out the links down below. I got that Patreon link down there. Got a great group of people in there. Consider joining that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.